Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today for this webinar about going beyond the cruise, looking at pre and post cruise experiences with Europe Express. We'll get started here in just a minute. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is the top of the hour, so we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you again for joining us today to take a look at our pre and post cruise offerings at Europe Express. A little bit of housekeeping before we dive in. We are recording this webinar, so if you have to step away, take a phone call, whatever we need to do, I know it's high season and time is valuable, so you can always come back and watch the recording of this webinar at your leisure. And on your GoToWebinar dashboard, the little panel on the right side, there should be a option for a questions box. Questions are open. Feel free to add any of your burning questions there throughout the webinar, and we do have time blocked at the end to go through all of the Q&A and make sure all of your burning questions about Europe Express are answered. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, while cruising lets travelers explore stunning coastlines and vibrant port cities, we at Europe Express are here to help you and your clients dive deeper into some of these iconic destinations with ease. Now, today we'll give a brief introduction to who we are at Europe Express. We'll look at some of the benefits of pre and post cruise extensions with us. We know there are many ways to extend a cruise itinerary. And then we'll look at some destination inspiration as well. A few of our favorite experiences in cities most commonly used as a pre and post cruise stay. And then, of course, at the end, we'll wrap it all up with some Q&A. And I suppose it's only polite to introduce myself before we get started. I'm Kelsey Austin. I am the Partnership Marketing Manager at Europe Express, and I do fancy myself a Europe expert. I've lived in Spain and Scotland and traveled extensively throughout many different parts of Europe, from Latvia to Ireland and just about everywhere in between. And my career in travel actually started as a travel advisor. So I remember very well what it was like trying to uh, piece together European itineraries myself and all of the admin work that went into it. And had I known about Europe Express back when I was an agent, it would have been a game changer for my time management and probably my sanity a little bit too. So I am thrilled to be part of the team here at Europe Express to bring educational content like this to you all and hopefully make your travel business flow smoother. Now, at Europe Express, our expertise and our passion is all about helping travel advisors build custom vacations that will connect your clients with the culture, the history, the beauty, the food, all of the amazing things that Europe has to offer. And we work exclusively with travel advisors. There's no consumer side to our business. If a client does stumble on our website, they're not going to be able to access very much of it. All of the good stuff is behind that advisor login. And our goal is to take all of the stress and a lot of the admin work out of it for you and help you impress your clients with their perfect trip to Europe. And these are all the different components that we have that we can offer to really be a one-stop shop for you for all of the components you and your clients need to build that dream trip to Europe. From airfare to rail passes, hotels and sightseeing, and everything in between, we pride ourselves in being able to offer a holistic, comprehensive package for your clients. And as I mentioned, but it bears repeating, we are exclusive to travel advisors. We are solely dedicated to your success and have been since day one. We've been around since 1990 and have been a dedicated B2B brand ever since. And we've also been a dedicated Europe focused brand since day one as well. Europe is the only region that we sell and operate in. We do have an office based in Barcelona. So Europe is our bread and butter. It's all we do. And we call our res team our Europe specialists because that's really what they are. They've lived and traveled extensively throughout Europe. They go through routine training to develop their destination knowledge, all to benefit you. To make it easier for you to sell Europe. So you don't have to be the expert in Europe. You've got us in your back pocket to help you impress your clients. Now, if you do sell private groups, if that's part of your business portfolio or you're looking to grow in that direction, absolutely reach out to our private groups team. These guys are walking, talking textbooks of knowledge when it comes to how to navigate Europe in larger groups. And this is particularly relevant for cruising. I know there's a lot of advisors who sell cruise groups, whether that's river cruise or ocean, and we can absolutely be a support and a partner for you if you're looking to do some pre-post cruise extensions for your groups. Our team only handle group bookings so they know what hotels are better suited for groups and what kind of activities make sense. I work with these folks a lot developing our FAM programming, and they are so knowledgeable. So definitely keep us in mind for any of your private groups going over to Europe. Now, whether it's FIT or groups, we hand select all of our products. We have a team based in Barcelona, and our product managers have a focused country or region, and they are in charge of vetting all of those hotel properties, the sightseeing tour companies, transfer vendors, all of the elements that you see in our portfolio. We have a product manager in charge of to make sure that year after year they maintain that high standard and high quality that you expect and that your clients demand. And last but not least, probably one of the favorite benefits of Europe Express for our advisors is that we offer your clients in-destination support 24 hours a day. This is the only time when we would work with your clients directly is while they are in Europe, and if they have a question or need support for any reason, they can pick up the phone and they know that they can get through to one of our team members in real time. There's always unexpected things that pop up on any vacation. Typically, it doesn't happen during our working hours, our 9 to 5. It's always on an evening or a weekend, but you don't have to be on the receiving end of that phone call if there was a schedule change, train cancellation, a strike, any of the above and more. Your clients have a direct line and someone to call to get help in destination. Now, there are so many different ways to explore Europe. You've got guided vacations, you've got cruising, obviously, but there are some explicit benefits about offering your clients custom tailor-made vacations to Europe with us. And tailor-made is really the number one unique selling point that I want to share. We can curate every itinerary for each of your clients' personal interests and their budget considerations. We do not offer cookie cutter itineraries that we just copy paste for every client wanting to go to Italy or Ireland or whatever the case may be. Each one is crafted by our Europe specialists to make sure that it ticks all the boxes for your clients, which is tricky to do in a larger group setting. It's very unlikely that you're going to have 45 people on a motor coach tour that all want to do the same exact things day to day. And with a custom vacation crafted by us, we can make sure that all of those bucket list items, all of those wish list experiences your clients have will be worked into the itinerary. Another great benefit for custom, and this might seem like an obvious one, but it's the ability to depart any day. I remember being a travel advisor and I lost a handful of sales because the tour that they wanted, started on the Saturday, but they had to leave on Thursday or whatever the case may be. The flexibility just isn't there with cruises and guided vacations. So the ability to depart any day, travel at their own pace is a wonderful benefit to traveling on a custom vacation. And while they are traveling, once we get them over to Europe, they have so much immersive exploration that they could do at their own pace. They can experience places that large buses or even mini coaches and cruise lines just can't access, just logistically, or their old cities with cobblestone narrow streets. There are many beautiful destinations in Europe that just aren't accessible if you're traveling in a large group, and so custom travel makes so much sense to really allow your clients to connect more intimately with the destination. And custom travel is also a sustainable way to see Europe as well. We make a huge effort to contract with locally owned hotels, locally owned and operated tour guides and sightseeing companies. And it's a really feel good way to travel, knowing that you're connecting with local communities and that your clients' travel dollars are staying and benefiting those local communities. Now, while cruises offer a really unique way to explore the coastlines and major ports, some of the most beautiful coastlines in the world, a deeper dive into these iconic destinations often requires a little bit more planning on your part as a travel advisor. But we can take that work off of your shoulders. That's where we step in at Europe Express, giving you and your clients seamless travel opportunities before and after their cruise. Now, the perfect example of how we can make their travel before and after their cruise more seamless, Rome gives the perfect example. It can take 90 minutes to get from central Rome, so where the Spanish Steps are and the Trevi Fountain, all those iconic destinations that clients want to see. It can be a solid hour and a half to get from there all the way out to where the cruise terminal is for cruises in and out of Rome. So if your clients are arriving into Rome the same day that their cruise departs, they're not going to see or really be able to enjoy any of those iconic sites of Rome. It's going to be a mad dash from the airport through Rome out to the cruise ports, which is such a shame to be able to miss exploring Rome and have a little bit more stress-free start to their adventure. So the number one benefit that I like to share about pre and post cruises with Europe Express is the ability to explore beyond the port city. It's like the difference between staying in an airport hotel in Newark versus staying in a beautiful home in the heart of Brooklyn, New York. It's a very, very different experience between those two, and we want to make sure your clients get that culturally enriching experience in the heart of the destination. So Europe Express allows travelers to stay in the historical city centers rather than being limited to the distant port areas. And extending their trip pre or post cruise offers more time to relax and explore these iconic landmarks and hidden gems without the hard deadline and kind of the rushed pace to make sure they get back to the port and back on the ship before they embark. Now, I did want to call out a note on transfers. I know when we think of transfers, we're thinking airport to hotel and back again, but we do offer transfers to anywhere your clients need to go. We can transfer to and from train stations and to and from the ports as well. So I know that that can be included for a lot of cruise lines. If they arrive on the day, they've got a transfer included, but do not let that transfer option preclude you from offering a pre and post cruise extension with us, because we can absolutely book in that transfer to get them from the airport to the hotel out to the cruise port to start. Now, another great benefit to pre and post cruise extensions is that we don't have any minimums required. Pre and post cruise can be just 1 or 2 nights on either side of their cruise. It doesn't have to be a 6-day, 5-city overland experience. We don't have a minimum night or a minimum dollar spend to book with us at Europe Express. It can be, a couple nights in Amsterdam and transfers to the cruise port, and off they go. Another key benefit booking pre-cruise stays with Europe Express is creating that buffer against unforeseen travel delays. When clients arrive the same day their cruise departs, a delayed flight or a transit issue could mean missing the ship entirely, which is an awful way to start any vacation. So having them arrive in destination a day or two early is a huge benefit and allows travelers to ease into their trip without stress and ensure that they won't be left behind if any transit plans go awry. Plus, giving them a little bit of time pre-cruise allows clients to kind of shake off the jet lag, adjust to the new time zone, and begin their cruise journey a little bit better rested. And other unique benefits to adding on a few days post cruise as well. Some clients do suffer from what they call land sickness. If they've been at sea for a week or two and then they get back onto dry land, they might feel a little bit woozy. So booking a post cruise package, allows travelers to kind of readjust before traveling onward, getting on a plane, feeling jet lag all over again. And of course, my favorite benefit to a pre and post cruise extension is the personalized experiences that clients have. We have so many small group and private tour options that really allow clients to connect more intimately with the destination, not have to travel in a large pack, and we can really tailor those experiences to what your clients like to do. So let's give you a few ideas of what those personalized experiences look like that we can tailor to your clients. Now, Venice is a very popular destination for cruises, and I highly recommend a pre or post cruise stay in beautiful Venice. There's nowhere else like it in the world. Now, these are just a couple examples of sightseeing options that we have. We've got our Absolute Venice walking tour, which is a great way in a smaller group setting to really experience the heart of Venice and learn all about it from a local. And then I also love to flag our Insiders Venice tour. These are tickets to Doge's Palace that skip the line, as well as a visit to St. Mark's Square. So those skip the line passes are a wonderful time-saving option to make sure your clients can, tick those boxes, see those iconic sites, and not spend valuable vacation time stuck in a line. Now, down south to the eternal city of Rome, we have countless really immersive, fun sightseeing experiences. It was really hard to narrow this list down to just a few examples. We have a Rome food tour by night. So maybe if your clients just have one night in Rome before their cruise, absolutely see if they're interested in a foodie walking tour. They'll get their step count up, shake off the jet lag a little bit, and get to try some amazing snacks and iconic Roman food that they might not stumble on their own. We also have golf cart tours of Rome. This is one of our new sightseeing vendors that we've just brought on. So you get a really unique perspective zipping around Rome in a golf cart with a tour guide right there next to you, explaining all of the amazing sights and Rome's history. And similar to Venice, we do offer skip the line passes for those iconic locations that everyone should see while they're in Rome. So the Vatican Museum, Sistine Chapel, St. Peter's Square, those lines can get pretty intense, especially during the summer months. So skip the line passes are a really key benefit to make sure your clients aren't having any time wasted in line. Now, hopping over to beautiful Barcelona, this is a culinary haven of a city, so it would be remiss if we didn't call out some of our foodie experiences here. We've got a tapas and churros walking tour through the Gothic Quarter, one of those beautiful, really architecturally rich areas of Barcelona. We also have a day trip to Montserrat. This is a wonderful wine region very close to Barcelona. And if clients only have one day in Barcelona as part of their cruise itinerary, they're not going to be able to take a day trip like that, get out of the city center and out into the wine region. But this trip allows a day to do that. Of course, we've got the iconic architecture of Antoni Gaudí, the Sagrada Familia Cathedral, which is still in construction, has been for about 100 years. That is a beautiful church that is not to be missed. So booking that in advance, ensuring that your clients can get into La Sagrada Familia and learn a little bit about Gaudí and all of the other amazing architectural buildings that he created, like you can see in this image here. Now over to beautiful Lisbon, Portugal. Lisbon is a wonderful kind of home base for a lot of amazing exploration and day trips inland that just aren't reachable via cruise. So if your clients have time to spend an extra few days in Lisbon, I highly recommend the day trip to Sintra. Pina Palace is absolutely beautiful, well worth the time and effort to take that day trip out of Lisbon to Sintra and Cascais. Another day trip we recommend is Fatima, Obidos, and Nazaré. Fatima is a very prominent religious location. Obidos is a beautiful, smaller village. It's like walking back in time. And Nazaré is famous in the surf world. Some of the most intense, biggest waves are in Nazaré. People come from all over the world to surf it. And Portuguese food is absolutely having a moment. So we do recommend for clients to book onto our Lisbon secret food walking tour. It's called a secret food walking tour because the guides endeavor to take clients to local spots, hole-in-the-wall restaurants, places that they just wouldn't stumble on in some of the more touristy areas. Now for river cruise clients, perhaps they've got a few days to spend in beautiful Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Highly recommend a Windmills and Dutch Villages day trip. These are just the iconic sites of the Netherlands. And you don't really get to see that scenery, those rolling hills, the beautiful tulip fields in city center Amsterdam. So highly recommend that day trip there. We also have an Anne Frank walking tour. It's really powerful experience and stories to learn about Amsterdam during World War II, kind of told through the diary of Anne Frank. And this tour does end at the Anne Frank House. It doesn't include Anne Frank House tickets. They don't work with us or any other tour companies. You just have to buy tickets on the spot, but it does get you to the front door if your clients do want to visit the house. We also have a cool museum experience for the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam. Some amazing works of art. Incredible artists came out of the Netherlands over the centuries. And so if your clients are art history buffs, I highly recommend that experience. And over to Athens, those Mediterranean cruises. Athens is an incredible city, well worth a few extra days pre or post cruise if your clients have the time. A day trip to Delphi is a really cool way to spend a day. There's some amazing ruins out there and a lot of kind of fun stories about the Oracle. We also have a Greek cooking class, so if your clients want to kind of roll their sleeves up and learn how to cook some amazing Greek food, highly recommend that. And we also have a day trip to some of the most famous temples like the Acropolis and the Temple of Zeus. That is a wonderful small group guided tour, so really intimate experience for clients. And last but not least, I wanted to feature London. So London, is not part of a Mediterranean cruise itinerary. However, London Heathrow is such a huge airport hub that connects North America to so many other destinations in Europe that we've seen a huge uptick in clients wanting to spend a few days in London and basically turn that layover into a few day stopover package before going onward to their ultimate destination for their cruise. So it's a wonderful, especially if a first destination, if it's a first time travelers over to Europe, this is a great way to ease them in since there isn't a language barrier in London. The public transportation is so phenomenal and easy to navigate. London is a great kind of first city for clients to visit before going onward to a cruise. And no matter what your clients are into, there is something for them in the City of London, I guarantee it. For families or those young at heart, there are quite a few different Harry Potter inspired experiences, whether it's the studio tour or this film locations tour that drives clients around to the different areas of London where they filmed from. For any theater fans out there, the West End of London has some incredible theater that run, year round, and we could secure tickets for you. I think Wicked is probably in that lineup for 2025. For fans of Downton Abbey, we do have a Downton Abbey London walk taking you through some of the filming locations or, inspiration for the show. And for the history buffs out there, one of the new experiences we've added is called the Churchill War Rooms. And they have recently opened up what was Churchill's bunker and headquarters essentially during World War II. So it was kind of their safety area for like during the bombings, and it's where Churchill operated from, gave a lot of his speeches and kind of navigated World War II. So there are some incredible artifacts and some of his personal effects down there that you can see in addition to learning about World War II from Churchill's perspective. So to round it out, we at Europe Express endeavor to be your one-stop shop for everything Europe, whether it is a cruise add-on or clients wanting to do, their own FIT itinerary. We want to be your primary partner for all things Europe. We're the experts in Europe, so you don't have to be. It can be very stressful, especially during high season, to try and research and piece together itineraries little by little. You don't have to take on that stress. Hand it over to us and we'll craft that itinerary for you. And we can add in all of those components that your clients may need, from airfare, rail passes, hotel, travel insurance, whatever you can think of. Even if it's not in our portfolio, we can go out there and find it to ensure that you can offer a holistic, fully inclusive package to your clients. And working with us at Europe Express also makes commission really easy. You're not hunting down commission from different hotels across Italy and working in different currencies. Everything comes in one easy commission payment, all in US dollars. And of course, we are very proud of our product portfolio that we're growing and reevaluating all the time. We vet all of our products and services to make sure they maintain that high standard that you and your clients expect. And with Europe Express, you have best of both worlds. You've got local support. We have our Europe specialists based across the country here in the US. We also have our business development team based across the US, so they can work with you, really meet you where you're at when it comes to building your Europe travel business and help you get to where you want to go. But we also have that international backing as well. We've got an office in the heart of Barcelona with product managers that cover the different regions of Europe. And we, as a business, Europe Express, are part of the Travelopia family of brands. So we do have a lot of backing and support behind us as well. Now, if you haven't yet connected with your business development manager, absolutely, that's a great next step. Tell them Kelsey sent you. So here you can see kind of what the different regions cover. So one thing to note, if you are an independent contractor, if you're based in California, but your host account headquarters is in Florida, you would want to still work with your West or Southwest business development manager where you are physically located, so you get that local support where you're based. So if you've got your phone handy, you can grab this QR code or just jot down europeexpress.com/quick links. And this will get you to a really handy web page to get direct access to some resources, as well as a link to our business development managers. You can get their contact information and know who to go to based on the state that you're in. Now, after our webinar wraps today, if you have a few extra moments, you will be prompted or given the option to fill out a brief 5-question survey. We promise we keep it short and sweet, but any feedback and insights that you can provide to us, we read through all of those survey questions and answers, and that really does inform a lot of the educational content that we develop. So if you have a few extra moments, please fill out that survey. It helps us so much. All right, so thank you everyone for taking the time. I know it's a really busy season, so your support and your time is so valuable. So thank you for joining me today. I'll go ahead and jump over to the questions box and see if there's any questions I can answer. And feel free to throw in more questions. If you think of something, absolutely pop your questions in the chat. We've got Boca Raton, Florida. Hello, Maria. Thank you for joining us today. And Shelly from Frost Travel, Colorado. Hello. Donna asks, how do we learn about FAM trips? Yes, so we will be offering FAM trips in the fall. My recommendation is to start with your business development manager. So we will be a little bit of a sneak peek for you all. Our FAM trips will be part of our new rewards program that we'll be rolling out just in the next month or two. So your business development manager can fill you in a little bit more about that, look at your sales and where your sales need to get to be eligible for a FAM. Maria asked, how is the availability for the Jubilee this year? Yeah, that's a tricky one since the Jubilee in Italy is taking place over the course of the year. I know we had some availability concerns with Paris, France last year with the Olympics, but at least that was, limited to just the summer months. The Jubilee is kind of across the whole year. So we are, looking at any workarounds that we could offer. If your clients have some flexibility of their dates, that is, really it's a good time to have a little flexibility if they're going to Italy next year because of the Jubilee events. So far, we haven't had issues yet with contracting the hotels and the sightseeing vendors that we typically work with. But yeah, there has been some price increases for the Jubilee dates. Everything you would expect if there's a big event locally. So if your clients have a little flexibility, that's a great way to kind of keep their budget in mind. Danny asked, do local support in Europe speak English? Yes. So if your clients are traveling and they call our 24/7 support line, something happens in destination, they have a question, yes, they will be connected to someone who speaks English and can help them out. They can access their booking, see what's going on, and get them the support they need. Lost my... There we go. Who is the BDM for the West? I'm in Washington State. Yes, we are currently hiring for a business development manager for the Northwest. So hopefully we'll have that role filled very soon. In the meantime, I'm happy to answer your questions or get you the support that you need while we are still hiring for that region. Gregory asks, is there an advisor site where we can manage and check on bookings? Yes. So when you go to europeexpress.com, there is a blue box on the top right that says advisor login. So if you log in there, you of course need to be registered with us and get logged in, and that will give you access to all of our advisor exclusive resources, as well as link you to the booking portal so you can build a booking yourself if you want to do that, and we'll also let you kind of manage and look at all of the bookings you have made. Gregory also asked, are there dedicated representatives we can check in with rather than getting assigned to random call center reps? Yes, we highly recommend kind of finding your person, your preferred Europe specialist. You are absolutely allowed to and encouraged to go directly back to your Europe specialist. If you guys work really well together, maybe you're in the same time zone, so they just get quotes turned around to you really quickly, you can always go back to that same Europe specialist and work with them exclusively. We have added another layer of support for our Europe specialists. So for bookings that have been deposited on, if you have little questions or maybe one small change to be made, you'll have that travel advisor support person that can help you with the administration of and managing already confirmed bookings, and that just frees up your Europe specialist to create more itineraries and get them turned around even quicker. Lucy says, I thought Jubilee ends January 2026. Yeah, I don't know the exact dates, but I do know Jubilee is taking place in different locations across Italy throughout the year. Yeah. All right. Hi, Angela from Jacksonville, Florida. Most clients want transportation to the airport to lodging in Europe. Yes, absolutely. We can offer your clients transfers wherever they need to go, from the airport to the hotel to the cruise port. We've had clients in Europe for destination weddings and needed transfers kind of out in the Tuscan countryside. We can handle that as well. Can you provide an email to direct my question? Sure, absolutely, Angela. We can take your question offline, and we'll make sure you get the support you need. I'll pop my email address in there for you if you want to reach out to me. There you go. All right, now give it another minute. That is all the questions that I see coming through. But if you think of anything you wanted to ask about or need clarification on, feel free to pop your questions in the chat, and I'll hang around for another minute or so to see if any questions come through. All right, I don't see any more questions coming in, so we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time today. When you are logged into europeexpress.com under resources, you'll be able to see webinar library as one of the options there. So you can always access the recording of this webinar and many other videos of educational content in our webinar library anytime. Oh, looks like there's a few more questions that came in. Do you have travel advisor rates? Yes, Lucy, we do have travel advisor discounts. So if you are registered with us as an advisor, you are eligible for those discounts. Jasmine asked, can we build our itinerary with an agent by phone? Absolutely. You can start the quote process by calling. I'll go back to the slide if you want to jot down their numbers. So we have separate phone lines for FIT, as well as the group department have their own dedicated line. So you're absolutely welcome to call in. I recommend this option, especially if it's a destination that you maybe haven't sold much of or haven't visited yourself. If you want to just kind of talk through the options with a Europe specialist, that is a great way to start. You can build bookings online if it's a destination you know well. Maybe it's just a pre-cruise couple nights in Amsterdam and transfers. You can absolutely build it yourself. We do have a quote request form on our website as well. So you can submit your quote request and it'll prompt you to make sure that you're filling in all of the necessary information and details we need to get the quote process started. Or as you can also see on this page, there's an email address that is for new quotes exclusively. So new quote at europeexpress.com. You can always email that inbox. That is just for new quote requests coming in. And as much detail as you can provide as possible to ensure that we can help you and get that quote turned around with all of the important components that you and your clients need. All right, well, that does it for me today. Thank you, everyone, for your time and attention today. Definitely hop to europeexpress.com/sales team, or you can grab the QR code to make sure you're connected to your business development manager. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.